Welcome to Genius Flame, the ultimate virtual school. Dive into a world of wonder with our exclusive collection of original children's fairy tales. Crafted to spark young imagination, each story weaves enchanting magic with meaningful life lessons. So sit back, listen, and enjoy.
How Fiffy the doe became an older sister. Everyone knew Fiffy, the beautiful little brown-eyed doe. Fiffy was probably the happiest little doe in the world. Her mom always told her how important it is to notice the beautiful things in life and be thankful for them, because she used to say, "Seeing the beauty around you can make you truly happy." Fiffy would open her eyes early each morning and look out of her window, then smile happily and say, "What a beautiful morning! How lovely the sunshine looks on the green leaves of the trees. Today will be a wonderful day." Then she would hurry down for breakfast, where the most delicious pancakes awaited her, made with love by her mom. There would also be freshly squeezed juice from green grass, which Fiffy absolutely loved. Not only was the juice tasty, but she knew that juice from the green grass was very healthy. Fiffy would eat 2 pancakes and drink up all the green juice. Then she would thank her mom for the lovely breakfast and run outside to play with her friends. All day long, Fiffy would play with the butterflies, the beetles, and the ladybugs. At night, tired but happy, she would lie down in her soft, fluffy bed and be thankful for every minute of her day. And so, Fiffy grew in joy, happiness, and love with the caring attention of everyone. Then, one day, something unusual happened. When Fiffy came home after playing, her parents told her that they had some very important news. They all gathered in the living room, where the family usually met for family council. This happened every time an important decision was to be made. They all sat on the soft, comfortable couch and told Fiffy that soon she was about to become an older sister. Fiffy had long dreamed of having someone at home to play with all day long, so she greeted the news with great joy. She jumped up and down, beaming with happiness. Very soon, everyone started preparing for the birth of the baby. They made her room, bought a new baby crib, painted the room pink, and hung gorgeous curtains with beautifully embroidered flowers. Soon, everything was ready. Fiffy helped in every way, as she was told that older sisters must help for the coming of the baby. And so one day it happened. Her little sister came into the world. Little Fiffy could not be happier. Now she was an older sister. They showed her the baby. It looked very small, much smaller than she had expected. The whole day, the baby either slept or cried and couldn't do anything else. In the beginning, it was a lot of fun, but after a while, Fiffy began to lose interest and got tired of hearing the crying of her baby sister all the time. Her mom and dad paid so much more attention to the baby that they seemed to ignore little Fiffy, who was no longer so little after all. One day, Fiffy was so very sad, her large brown eyes filled with tears. Fiffy hurried away to hide so that no one would see her crying. She did not want to worry her parents because they were so busy with the baby. Time passed, and Fiffy suffered more and more, day after day. Her mom did not hug her as much and as often as before, or so it seemed to Fiffy. She was given chores to do all day. Go bring the comforter, bring the nursing bottle, keep quiet, pick up the toys. One day, Fiffy could no longer hold it all. She ran into the forest and cried and cried and cried. Her friends, the butterflies, heard her and came instantly to her. With big tears rolling down her cheeks, she told them everything. I thought that when the baby came home, I would have someone to play with. But the baby only cries, and mother only hugs her, and no one remembers to even look at me. I'm really starting to get tired of it all. Why don't you tell your parents how you feel? Said the white butterfly. Maybe they will understand. They have no way of knowing how you feel if you don't tell them. Yes, replied the yellow butterfly. My mom always told me that it's good to share my troubles and my worries so I will feel better and she would know how to help me. Mom tells me that when you share your troubles, your heart lightens and you always feel a sense of relief. It's a good idea for you to share your worries with your parents. And what if they get upset and scold me? What if they don't think I don't love the baby? No, I cannot tell them. I'm afraid, answered little Fiffy. And do you love the baby? The violet butterfly asked. Of course. What kind of question is that? It has wonderful brown eyes. Mum said that she looks just like me when I was little. And when she cries and I go to her, she calms down and goes to sleep. I just want my parents to hug me again, like when I was little. And don't they do that? Asked the blue butterfly. They do, of course, but not very often. Actually, now that I think about it, today Mum told me that I am her sunshine and that she is proud of me. Maybe they still love me. Yes, my friends, I must tell them everything. I will call a family council. Thank you! Fiffy ran home happily. She asked her parents to gather in the living room on the comfortable couch because she wanted to share something important. Her mom and dad took a long look at each other, as it was the first time Fiffy had gathered the family council. It seems that our Fiffy is really growing up, Mom said to Dad, and smiled. They both sat down and listened carefully to what Fiffy had to tell them. Fiffy stood tall in the middle of the living room and began to shyly scratch the rug with hooves. So, my little doe, what do you want to share with us? Asked her father. With this encouragement, Fiffy finally told her parents everything about how she felt. She told them that she had been crying secretly because she feels they paid more attention to the baby and probably did not love her as much as they used to. After they listened to her attentively, her parents got up and hugged her tightly. They were so proud of the fact that Fiffy was brave enough to find the strength and tell them everything. We love you dearly, they both said at the same time. I didn't know you felt neglected, Mum said. We are so sorry about that, said Dad. Then they both hugged little Fluffy again tightly. They told her that they loved her and the baby equally, in exactly the same way. They promised to find more time for her. Her mum even said that tomorrow they could have a picnic in the forest, just Fiffy and her. Her dad promised to take her to the forest cinema next week, where they would see Fiffy's favorite movie, Winnie the Pooh. Fiffy felt so much better, as if a very heavy stone had been lifted from her heart. She also felt very proud of herself for having found the courage to share her troubles. The yellow butterfly was right. When you share your worries with your loved ones, everything lightens up. From that day on, Fiffy became the happiest little doe on earth again, because now, not only was she an older sister, but she had also learned something very important. Whatever worries you, share it with Mom and Dad. Life becomes easier that way.
You can download the Genius Flame app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. If you like the video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and share the magic of our original children's fairy tales with friends and family.